husband, 2 kids, open my private training facility. We shouldn't be living together. The very next day, I got the approval. And in terms of a new relationship, because at this time, I'm still also contemplating, do I still want to be in the fitness space? Well, I guess it's time. Let's talk about it. I'm being dramatic. Let me get comfortable. Let me bring y'all closer. 1 second. Okay, I think that's better. Wait, let me turn the air down. 1 second. All right, see, that's my issue. I play too much. Starting over in my 30s. I really don't know where to start this, so I hope that I'm able to relay it in a way that makes sense and one that is in a pretty good timeline of events. So let me just start off by saying that if I were to think of like 28-year-old me, I'm certainly not where I thought I would be at 32. So picture this, right? I'm thinking, you know, beautiful home, nice yard, husband, 2 kids, a miniature dog that I call Shotgun, working in the finance world. Let me see, what else? Yeah, just like a very happy home, happy marriage, happy life. Maybe even, no, 28-year-old me could actually see me working fitness, not even finance, fitness full time, right? And that's not my life. That is not my reality. And even when I think about where I would have seen myself a year ago, I'm certainly not there as well. I live alone. I am single, fresh out of a 5-year relationship. I do not have a dog, and I am not currently working full-time in fitness. A lot has happened in the last 6 months. I guess I'm just gonna go through it all and how life has really like pivoted in my 30s, and I feel like I'm starting over kind of from scratch in a lot of different areas. Yeah, which should I touch on first? I know what I want to know about, and I will touch on that, but not immediately, because while that is a very important and special part of my life, it is not my entire life, and thus I feel like everything I'm going to offer today has some type of value. Like I mentioned a little while ago, I am living alone for the first time since 2016. I've either lived with my sister at one point, I lived with one of my really good friends, Ashley, for about 4 years, and then recently I lived with Bubs for like almost 3 years. So yeah, I haven't really lived by myself and been in my own space in almost 8 years, which has been an adjustment for sure. You guys, if you watch the vlogs, then you know that, but I love it. I love being in my own space. I like not having to talk. I like when I'm going through my moods, I can just be here and put my phone on do not disturb and just do not be disturbed. Living alone, so far, I am truly enjoying it. I'm also more disciplined. For me, I'm truly able to get the things I need done living alone, because instead of me thinking or being concerned about someone else or wanting to lay around and play with someone else or any of that, I just get up and get done what I need to get done. So it's been very beneficial living alone because I've been on my stuff. You hear me? I've been on it. In the mornings, I wake up. I have not missed a workout or a gym day. I get up and I get to it. Yeah, I'm getting up at 3:30 a.m., 3:45, 4 o'clock on a very late day. I get up and I get it done. Yeah, I'm editing my vlogs. I'm doing the things I'm supposed to, and I think that comes from me just being here alone, if that makes sense. And I really thought that I was like, you know what, I'm really gonna get back to me, because 2016 Jasmine was on her stuff. She did not let up. Her foot was on the neck. I realized I can't get back to any version of myself that I was before, because nothing about that version is still the same today. Whether that's family, friends, my thought process, I've grown a lot since then. How old would I have been? 25 in 2016? So I realized that I often say I want to get back to myself. I want to get back to doing this, but I don't know what that looks like anymore. That's totally different from what it used to look like. And I'm really in a season of evolving and just allowing myself to I don't want to say reinvent, but just to evolve and become the next level or the next version of myself. I'm not sure what that looks like. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm open to it and I'm very much so excited. Oh, with that, I'm also just trusting myself. I'm trying to trust my intuition, my gut feeling. I'm trying to trust me. And as you guys know, I've been on a faith journey, so I've been very serious, very adamant about reading my word and spending time with God. there's always places and opportunities for me to do better at it, because I'm not perfect. You guys will see me maybe have setbacks because, you know, I'm trying to give up secular music. I've given up alcohol for the most part, but this weekend I indulged because of the festivities, or the fact that, like, if a J. Cole song come on, I'm going to rap verse for verse. And other areas in my life where I'm trying to be more Christ-like. But trust and believe I'm human. So if you see me say one thing in one video and I happen to backslide in another area, don't think of me as a hypocrite. Think of me as human, because we all fall short and we all need to understand that no one is perfect. But just know that I am striving to be a better version of myself every single day. Although some days I'm not maybe as happy with how maybe I handled a situation or certain things, but I'm learning, yeah. That part. Also, in my 30s, I've had to let go of certain relationships, platonics especially, like knowing when. At this age, I think I'm better prepared, not even at my age, after the things I've been through and after like just having conversations, whether it's with myself or other people, I realized that like sometimes you have to let friendships go, even if these friendships are 10 years old or 3 years old or 2 months old. Like, if it's not something that is feeding you as, I guess, a human being or as a person, or you see that this person isn't providing what you need in a friendship, and you've tried and had those conversations, that it is okay to let people go. Whether platonic or romantic, it is okay to let people go. It is okay. It hurts. Sometimes a friendship breakup is worse than a relationship breakup. My friendship breakup was in 2022. Yes, 2022. It's been almost 2 years, which is crazy to even think about. And it was hard. It was very devastating. Very much so. It was very, very hard. I cried a lot, but I knew it was the best thing. It kind of just happened on its own. Like, I'm not gonna say like I made it happen, but it kind of happened on its own. Like a big situation kind of happened. And then I was just like, no, like I deserve better than this. And I was able to release that friendship and all that came along with it and be okay with it. It took a while, but I was okay with it. I've also been able to rekindle some friendships over the last 2 or 3 years that I'm very thankful to have these individuals back in my life, and I hope they feel the same as well. Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit because like we're talking about starting over in my 30s, but that's what I feel like I'm doing with this journey where I currently am. Like, the last 6 months have been very, very difficult. Not difficult, all right, too much. That's too much, not the right word. They haven't been difficult, they've been different. And they've been some honest months with myself and with other people. As you guys know, Bubs and I are no longer in a relationship. However, we are very much still cordial. That's very much still my Bubs. Like, I love him very, very much. I guess I have sort of a testimony to share. So like, hear me out. I don't know where to start with this. Okay, I know where to start. So I would say it's been maybe since September, October, where I've started I've just started reading my word more, right? I've started trying to grow even deeper in my relationship with Jesus. I feel like I've started to see or have more insight about things, people, places. Like, my spirit is a lot more sensitive to things. And one of those things being that I needed to live alone, that I did not need to live with someone who's not my husband. I'm very traditional, or not very traditional. All right, that's too much. I'm not, I'm pretty traditional. Like, there are a lot of things, values that I hold that are like considered old school. And I mean, I guess you would say, well, why would you ever live together anyway if you that traditional? Because I'm not that traditional, but there are certain things that I am. Okay, but I felt like convicted, and I was like, we shouldn't be living together. But more so over, I felt like it, I'm trying to figure out how to say this, because while I want to share my experiences and my testimonies, because I do believe I can help other people. I've actually gone back and forth about this. I was supposed to make this video, but I know that there's a testimony in here, and hopefully, or maybe someone will receive something from this for their own situation. I just felt like it was time. And I also don't want to share too much because it also involves someone else and someone I care dearly about. So I'm never trying to like down him or anything we've had. It was just time, you know? It was time to grow independently. And we had the conversation, and it was a very understanding conversation. From there, I felt like the blessings started to pour. The window opened up and blessings started to literally pour out. And it was because of my obedience, in my opinion. Absolutely because of my obedience to God, hearing what he said. And although it may have seemed like a difficult situation, like a difficult decision to make or to actually follow through with, it was and it wasn't. It was because obviously I'm not trying to hurt anyone in the situation. I love this person. We have so much history together, but it didn't, because I know that on the other side of things, like, God got me. Like, he always got me. And so it's just like reminding myself of that and doing what I'm supposed to do. From there, as you guys saw in like the very first moving vlog, we started looking at places. We looked at places together, both his place and my place. Like, when I tell you it's all love, it's all love. But okay, so from there, last year I went full-time entrepreneurship, right? I trained, in case you don't know, I was a full-time coach / personal trainer, while also I have a stream of income from the internet, well, from social media as well. We sold everything in our garage, our home garage, in which I trained out of, and I decided to not continue with in-person training for honestly a few different reasons. Some of my in-person clients, we decided to part ways, which there's no love lost for any reason, and then some came on as virtual clients and some for online training, online coaching. Oh my goodness, I need some water. Cool. But the thing is, it left me in a place where I wasn't making the same income that I once was. So mind you, I'm not even thinking, like, this decision was in November began December. So before I went to Italy, all of this had transpired. I was like, I know that coming up, I'm gonna have to tell my clients that like I'm no longer doing in-person training. But I never thought far enough here. I was like, you know what, I just gotta really grind on YouTube, because this channel is not monetized yet. I have another channel that's monetized. This one is not. So I was like, I really gotta grind so I can try to, you know, do this full time, because I do enjoy vlogging. I do enjoy creating content for YouTube. I was like, I gotta own my stuff. I gotta get my online coaching up even more than where it is. I was like, I gotta really like get in my bag. This is all I'm thinking, right? Because I was like, I got bills to pay. Especially now with me living alone, like everything is on me. Not even thinking about, it never crossed my mind to go back to the corporate world. I was not thinking about that. That was not my goal. You guys, as of today, I am in the corporate world again. I have been working, it's a contract position. It's a 6-month one that I've been working since the very end of January. So essentially I made it 1 year as a full-time entrepreneur. Yay. But now I'm back in the working world, so my time is like, it feels like I have no time in the day. Like, I totally forgot how it is to be at a corporate job. I totally forgot. I miss the independence of being a full-time entrepreneur. So now I'm a part-time entrepreneur. Let me tell you how I got to that point. So picture this, right? I am off to Italy. I am over there you know, enjoying myself. I remember specifically where I was. I was on the train from Rome to Milan, minding my business how I mind my business, and I get an email. It's a notification from LinkedIn. Mind you, I had already told myself I need to get LinkedIn off my phone because I don't care about corporate. I don't care. This is my mindset, right? And I looked, and it's the same company that I worked with that I quit from. I was like, okay. I see the position. I'm like, okay. I see the rate. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, well, should I entertain this? And so like I prayed on a little bit, and to be honest, I don't know that I even waited for God to answer me. I was just like, this would be perfect. I need this. Actually, this would be help out a lot until I figure out what I want to do. Because at this time, I'm still also contemplating, do I still want to be in the fitness space? And I'm gonna touch on that in a minute, actually. I'm reading the email. I looked at the job, all that it talked about. It's like, okay, I have experience in all of this. The rate is great. I was like, okay, perfect. So we get to Milan. I go ahead and update my resume. I send it off. I come back home. I remember it is the week before Christmas. I end up getting the flu down bad. When I tell you I've never had the flu before, I've never had the darn flu. When I tell you I don't wish that on my worst enemy, I was down so bad. I get the flu the week I get back. That Thursday, I get a call about the job. End up getting an interview the same day. End up getting the job the same day. I said, God, excuse me? Excuse me? End up starting about a month later. Nobody but God, and I don't believe to be anything else, because I wasn't even looking for the job. The job came to me, and I think that came from my obedience and knowing where I was supposed to be or wasn't supposed to be anymore, and following through on it. Now, about fitness. Oh, also this. So when I was in Italy, when I tell you I was trying, because all right, so Italy is 7 hours ahead of Texas. So I am like trying to have these conversations about the approval of my apartment. I was already supposed to be have had the approval, but it was like drawn out longer than possible. They wanted more stuff on my financials and different things like that, and I'm confused. You guys asked for me to make certain amount times the rent, and I do. What's the issue here? Because I'm a full-time entrepreneur, because I have different streams, like because this looks different from your normal pay stubs or W-2s that you get. So it was very frustrating trying to stay up to midnight to have conversations here about different things. And sure enough, I remember the day I told Bubs, it was the day before I got my approval. I told him, I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm not gonna let this stress me. I said, God, whatever's supposed to happen is supposed to happen. I promise you, I promise you. The very next day, I got the approval. When you release and just give it to God, bro, things just be happening. It just be happening. All you gotta do is start off with a small piece, a mustard seed of faith. And the more you practice having that faith and you have it, the bigger that mustard seed get, where it's gonna be a navel orange in no time. And you're just like, oh, God can move anything. Like, he can move any type of mountain. And that's really where I stand at right now with things. Like, God got it. Things that used to stress the heck out of me, or something that would stress the heck out of me, no longer does, because I know God got me. He got me. He always got me. Always. There's no question about it. There are times where the flesh will take it over. I'm like, dang, do I need to do this or do I do that? Nope. Do what he told you, do what God told you to do, and the rest, give it to him. And then lastly, sorry, I keep looking at my watch. I gotta be to work in 4 minutes. Oh, last year, this time, I never shared this with you guys, but I do think I have footage that I'll insert. But last year this time, I would have thought that I would have opened my private training facility by now. I was looking at different buildings throughout Houston to open a gym. And then I realized, I was like, do I still want to train? I went through a very dark period of where, because guys, I had prayed and prayed and prayed since 2019, I believe, 2018, 2019, for God to allow me to be a full-time coach. And I became that. And I really thought that I wanted a gym. And then I was looking, I was searching, I talked to realtors, like commercial realtors, like I wanted a space. I was going to look at them. I had made out a budget. I was looking into loans, how to open it and get it started, everything. I remembered all of this. And then it came a point where I came to a dark space where I was very angry about the fitness space as a whole, how toxic it is. Other coaches, trainers, like the things that I see, and I'm just like, no, 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 or like, I don't even know, just different things. And then I had to come to a realization, like, why are you paying attention to them so much? Pay attention to your own stuff, mind your own business, be in your own lane. And I also realized that what they do, I don't need to do. Like, not that I wanted to do it, but I'm not, if you guys realize, I'm not that coach. And this is no shit anyone does it. Like, you're not going to see me bent over in the mirror trying off my backside. I just don't see a point for it. There's certain things you're just not going to see me do that have become the very much normal and standard these days. But I want to be very much so impactful. And so I'm actually working on something really, really amazing right now with 3 other coaches that I'm very excited. Hopefully it will come to fruition. I'll show you guys. But last year, I thought I was going to be, last year this time, I just knew I would have my place already. And now I'm in a space again where I'm just asking God to guide me, because I definitely want to still remain in the fitness space. Like, I love it. I love it so much, but I have to stop looking or going into other lanes and looking at what other people are doing. I need to have tunnel vision. That makes me the happiest. Also, I do think I'll get back to in-person training, but it will be once I have my own facility. And again, like, I don't know what that looks like, what the time frame is. I'm trusting God for guidance, because I'm trying to figure it all out right now while working this full-time job. So yeah, my life has changed a lot in the last 6 months. It's definitely not what I first saw it being 5 years ago from now, or even last year this time. But I'm embracing it all, because for all I know, things could be worse. So I'm thankful for where I am. And in terms of a new relationship, I don't know when that will ever come. Right now, I'm in a relationship with myself. very much so dating myself and figuring out what the things that I like now, or just figuring things out, you know. But I'm really embracing this era that I'm in, this chapter. And I even had one of my friends ask me if I was embarrassed, because I don't know why he asked me that, like in what sense, but I'm not embarrassed about any of this. And not to like feed off of a negative situation, but I know lots of people who I went to college with, or that I know from like high school and things, who have gotten married and had kids, and their marriage have not been successful, and that absolutely sucks. But I think sometimes there's so much pressure on us to be married or to be at a certain place at a certain time. And I'm 32, I don't have any kids, I don't have a husband, I don't have a family, and I'm okay with that, because for me personally, and I just hope this doesn't come off in a negative way, I would much rather be where I am than have a broken home. So no, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed to leave a 5-year relationship because things could be better, or because I don't know how to say this. I'm just not embarrassed. I'm okay. I'm thankful. I'm glad. I refuse to settle in any part of my life for something that I know I could have that's better, or that's that makes me better. And right now I'm betting all on God, and I'm betting all on myself. Like, I know everything will work out the way it's supposed to. So yeah, I know this is a very long video. It's telling me it's at 28 minutes. Wow. Once I edit it down, it's probably be a little shorter, but I think that was everything I like really wanted to touch on. If it's anything I can leave you guys with, is just to be obedient. If you are a believer and you have a relationship with Christ, or desire to follow through with it, do little things that add up to bigger things, trust Him. But obedience definitely opened doors. I'm so thankful for my life. I'm so thankful for where I am. There are days where I didn't used to be thankful for life. Days where I didn't want to be here. And I'm just so thankful that God saw fit for me to be here, and hopefully to help change and impact the lives of others and show them God's love. So thank you so much for watching. I love you all. And know that you got this.